Hello everyone, this is GamerCat09, and I'm here with a special video and exciting news, or at least to me, as well as any other Resident Evil fan. Just yesterday was confirmed the official trailer for the official game of Resident Evil 6. And stupid me didn't realize that the trailer came out till late last night, because my boyfriend connected me to it and I was like, holy crap, Resident Evil 6? You serious? Because I've been hearing rumors that there might be a Resident Evil 6, but there was never confirmation saying there was. So, I have the official trailer right here, and I decided to do something a little bit different that I may decide to do for other games that are coming out if you guys want to hear what I think about based on the trailers. So, you are going to watch this trailer with me, and I am going to stop the video and talk about some things that I noticed in the trailer and share my thoughts about what might be happening. So, yes, with nothing further to do, let us watch. Okay, right here, we see the obvious, Leon Kennedy. So, this is obvious to say that, yes, he will be in Resident Evil 6. Now, what purpose he has in Resident Evil 6? Not really sure. I mean, we haven't seen him since 4, so maybe they're trying to bring him back for some storyline.
Bioorganic weapons are a global threat. Working with the rest of the world on the Raccoon City incident. It's to be my desire to reveal. I'm going to tell them everything. I've always valued your friendship, Leon. Stay right where you are.
Okay, so here's the other interesting thing, is this character seems to be with Leon. She looks about Leon's age, maybe a little younger, and she has like a blondish, brownish kind of hair. Kind of hard to tell because in all the scenes they'll show her in this trailer really does not have good lighting, so it's kind of meh. But, a partner perhaps? Not really sure. And as for this person that they're shooting at, seems to have some kind of connection with Leon. Let's see.
Mr. President!
Okay, so right there, Mr. President. Alright, so Resident Evil 4, we know that Leon was working with the president, well, the government, to rescue the president's daughter. So, this leads me to ask a question. If he just shot the president, is it the president of the United States? Is it the president of Umbrella? Is it the... I don't know what president is. I'm assuming of the U.S. in the game. So if that's the case, and Leon's back, does that mean Ashley Graham is back too? Is she involved in this somehow? Very interesting.
It's not my fault.
Okay, so this is a better look at the girl. And, she does look to what we see as blonde hair, so, I don't think this could be Ashley. Because Ashley had a much annoying, obnoxious voice, but then again, I could be completely wrong. The fact that she says this is all her fault, I wonder what she's referring to as blame. What could be her fault? Now, this also brings me back to Resident Evil 2, because they are in what appears to be a city in America, and she's complaining that, like as if she did something. So, I'm curious as, exactly are they going to be bringing back in this game? Are they going to try to bring back older characters from the storyline that have disappeared? If so, based on the look of this woman, based on her age range, based on how she looks, I'm curious if this girl could possibly be Sherry Birkin. Now think about it. Sherry Birkin, if by some chance she is still alive, and, you know, something did not happen to her that Wesker did, she would be in her 20s. She would be about 25, 26 years old, because, as it states, she was born in 1986. She disappeared after Resident Evil 2 because her father and mother worked for Umbrella. They both died. So, if she has some connection with Umbrella based on that, could she be blaming everything that is going on herself because of what her parents did? Just saying, it could be a possibility, but knowing Capcom, it'll probably be a completely different character with a completely different new storyline, but that's just my thought on it.
I did this.
See?
What are you talking about?
90% of the population.
And we see Hunnigan. Not a very good, there we go. Hunnigan. Hunnigan's from Resident Evil 4, the lady that Leon kept contacting when he was updating his search for Ashley Graham. So Hunnigan's back. So this is safe to assume that Leon is still working for the government in some form. So maybe he was working for the president even in this game, if Hunnigan is still around. So I guess that's a good sign.
With the virus. That runs out to about 70,000 hostiles.
Yeah. This is Raccoon City all over again.
Right there, they give it away, the plot. It's Raccoon City all over again. So this leads me to believe they're going back to basics here. They're going to go back to old-fashioned zombies, maybe some newer enemies, but city destruction in America, the works. And as you can see right here, it looks like it would in Resident Evil 2 and 3, so that makes me very excited that they're finally bringing zombies back. Not infected people, not things that run insanely fast, but frickin' zombies. So I'm really happy about that. And you can see right here, zombies. They're nothing like they looked in Resident Evil 4 with the stupid, bug thing, or in Resident Evil 5. Well, it was the Los Illuminados and the Ouroboros. I can't even pronounce it. But yes, these look like legitimate zombie enemies. Makes me very happy. And this guy makes me a little curious if they're trying to pull off something from Left 4 Dead. If they're trying to incorporate some kind of boomer enemy. Maybe, maybe not, who knows.
You want to tell me what's in there?
Okay, here's the girl again. And Leon, based on his reaction, does not look very happy to be with this woman. There doesn't seem to be any friendship here, any mutual connection, so it seems to me that this girl has a huge impact on what's going on in this game. Because if Leon's keeping her around and he's trying to protect her, there might be something that she knows that will help save the world, in a sense. So, but yeah, I'm still keeping my thoughts of before. It's probably highly unlikely that Sherry Birkin will come back, but just the hope. And I just want to be put at ease what the hell happened to her. So if this by chance is her, it'd be great. If it's a different character entirely, that'll be fine, but I highly doubt this person is Ashley Graham. Highly doubt.
It's better if I show you.
I can't keep running away.
And lo and behold, look who's back. Chris Redfield. Now, this is a very interesting combination. Not only do we get Leon Kennedy, but we get Chris Redfield. I don't believe, at least to my knowledge, that they have ever been in the same game at the same time, because it seemed to have alternate. Leon has always worked with Claire Redfield, which currently does not seem like Claire is ever going to come back in this game. Maybe at some point in time. I hope she will return, but I doubt it. So, it makes me wonder, are they going to be working together? Or is this a separate mission entirely?
I have to face the truth. Accept responsibility.
Okay, right here, look in the background, up at the top, you see what looks like Japanese symbols. So this leads me to believe that maybe Chris is in another part of the world helping prevent the outbreak. Maybe him and Leon are not closely connected with working side by side, but rather working together for the same goal, which is saving, same goal, which is saving the world. So maybe this outbreak is bigger than just one little country or, one little area or one city. Maybe it's global now.
HQ to Alpha Team. No change to your mission. Suppress the bioterror outbreak while proceeding to Point Ace of Spades.
And as you can see, it seems like the virus is evolving, because this guy is going to get his arm completely torn apart. Again, look on the menu on the wall above Chris's head, and you see again Japanese symbols. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that Chris Redfield is on a mission in Japan that's involving the outbreak. So maybe the outbreak is breaking out. But however, if you notice the enemies in the middle of the screen, especially towards the right side where you see the one guy, it seems like there's a gun. So maybe this isn't necessarily just viral. Maybe it's enemy, maybe Umbrella Corporation based. Maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe Leon's part might be more zombies and mutated enemies, and Chris's might be more shoot 'em up, battle, against other enemies who are shooting back at you. Maybe, maybe not, but that's what I'm assuming. Okay, let's go back a little bit, because if I can stop it, hold on. There we go. Okay, this ugly sucker. Look how many eyes he has. He looks like he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 eyes. Kind of spiderish. So I wonder if they're trying to reinvent the liquor. That is my assumption. Maybe not quite liquor, but yeah. Definitely some different kind of virus form mutation we're looking at here. And he's a really, really ugly spud. Alright, so who the hell is this guy? Never have before seen him in any Resident Evil game. He doesn't even look similar to any Resident Evil character. So this might be a completely different character altogether. But he does look pretty badass. And then we have this guy, who reminds me a lot of Nemesis in a way. It looks like a crossover between Nemesis and the blind guys that we fought in Resident Evil 4. The ones that, only go by hearing. You'll see why in a minute. Just look at his arm. Yeah. That looks like a badass to beat. That does not look easy. Alright, so here's the other girl. Another blonde. Now, who the hell could she be? Now, there is a lot of rumor going around who this particular girl could be. I heard a couple people say it might be Ashley Graham, which I pray to God it's not. I also heard that it might be Rebecca, but why is Rebecca blonde? That doesn't make any sense. This could also be another entirely new girl. So, I think it's safe to say, because this guy is new, that maybe this girl will be new too, because they have their own storyline. An ugly sucker, as you can see in the background with everything falling, and he's chasing them, and seems like these two are getting into quite a predicament in this storyline. This might be a little bit more action-packed. This might be a little bit more tied into why the outbreak is happening. I'm not sure. Okay, so this girl seems to help him out a lot, so maybe it's a deeper connection too. You never know.
Let anything happen to you.
And the voice reminds me of Ashley Graham, which just makes me, ugh. I don't like Ashley Graham. I really don't. I really, really don't. In fact, Resident Evil 4 was my least favorite game because of Ashley Graham. Leon was pretty cool, but Ashley Graham spoiled the whole thing because you always had to save her ass. So, yeah. I hope it's not her. But then again, if you think about it, her voice is similar to Rebecca Chambers. So I'm not sure where this, leads. And the fact that she says, I'm not going to let you die, could just be a typical, hey, I'm your partner, we're working together, let's keep each other alive scenario. Or it could be something a little bit more, like maybe he is absolutely needed, that he can't die. Not really sure. Oh boy. Yeah. This enemy looks pretty strong, especially if he's able to do that. Oh my god, look at his face. It does not appear like he has, eyes as such, that might be his eyes above his, I don't even know what to call it, if that's a mask on him or if it's part of his actual face, but it looks like that thing that was on his arm that looked like guns, looks like some kind of giant claw, like giant metal claw thing, and that looks really painful. It looks like somebody put together this dude as the fashion of how Nemesis was. But this guy looks crazy. Absolutely crazy.
No, not me. Just my blood.
Okay, so as you can see here, he's injecting himself with something, and he's saying something about his blood. Now here's my thoughts. Let's pretend that Capcom decided to incorporate the Resident Evil movies with the game. Let's just pretend they did. If some chance this guy is related to the Alice character of the movie, when she was injected with the virus and the virus turned out to join, to morph with her body to make her superhuman, in a sense, is that what this guy is representing? The fact that his blood might be special in some way? Maybe he is unaffected by the virus. Or if he isn't affected by the virus, maybe he has something specific in his blood that somebody is after. It's an interesting thought.
Well, the world can have it. If someone ponies up the dough. After what she's done to us, how many of our men are dead because...
Okay, so, as you heard, after what she has done to us. So they are referring to a woman. They are not blaming anybody because it appears since Resident Evil 5 that Albert Wesker, is officially dead. So Wesker is no longer the picture anymore. He's no longer the #1 enemy. So now they're blaming some girl. So is this girl the same girl in the beginning of the trailer with Leon when she said, "This is all my fault"? Is she related to something? Did she inherit something from, if she is Sherry Birkin, did she inherit something from her parents when they died? Did something happen that she caused the entire outbreak? Did she mess around with something she shouldn't have? Is it the same girl or is it somebody different? A lot of things to think about.
I'm right there with you, Captain. But your personal vendetta isn't going to get us anywhere.
Okay, so it looks like they're trying to enforce a little bit more combat tactics into this game than they did before. It does kind of remind you of a war game or a high-action packed shooter game, which might work really well for Resident Evil 6 because some of the combat methods in this game, well, in the previous games I should say, were not so helpful sometimes. Like, you can't run and shoot. You had to duck and then shoot, and then duck and then run, and then stop and then shoot, and then cover, and so on and so forth. And in the Mercenaries 3D that they came out with the 3DS, they finally had incorporated running and shooting. However, they wouldn't let you turn the camera as you shot, so basically you had to have a fixed camera angle and run in the direction that the enemies were coming from. I am hoping that this game has a little bit more of a better combat system so that you can fight enemies, run while you shoot, in a sense be a little bit more combat oriented with the war games, and that you can take down your enemies a lot faster and move around and take cover and, kill everybody. I'm hoping that's what they do. Holy freaking crap. That is not cool. Why is that guy's face painted? I'm not 100% sure. This kind of reminds me of Arkham City. Batman Arkham City with the Joker enemies. But hey, we'll go with it. And it looks like you're able to use melee systems, as you can tell from the last bit. Leon took an axe to a zombie's head, so I'm hoping they're going to be able to do a little bit more melee combat as well, rather than just guns or knives. So maybe they might incorporate a way for you to pick up a variety of, different weapons in the game and use them to your advantage. Maybe if it's, like how it is in Dead Rising 2, where you pick up a bottle and you bash it over someone's head, or you can pick up an axe and throw it at somebody. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's flashing around all of the different things that we saw, and it's just combining them all in one. It's showing helicopter battles, it's showing Leon fighting, Chris fighting, everyone else doing their own thing. Massive, huge zombie outbreak. And I'm not sure exactly what this is. They don't really even show you what it is, I don't think. But holy crap, look at this dude! I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure if those things are supposed to be ears. I know that thing in the middle is a tongue. It looks pretty crazy. Looks like there's going to be a lot of big enemies as well in this game, like they did for Resident Evil 5. Like you fought the giant, crab spider thing. Well, it seems like this game's going to have its own giant monsters to fight, which is pretty cool. And Chris in his glory, but the one before that. That guy! Holy crap! Can you say it looks like the giant from Resident Evil 5, the troll dude, but a little bit more deformed, I would say? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so as you look here, see if I can stop at the right time. Okay, first of all, that looks insanely ugly. Alright, so here's Leon and the girl again, falling through what appears to be a train, bus, sub of some sort. Not 100% sure, but as we watch it, you'll realize that Leon went ahead and, moved toward her to protect her. So, I have a feeling she does have a very important role in this game that she needs to be alive for. So, yeah.
Resident Evil 6.
Awesome! This made me so excited when I saw it was coming out the end of this year. I hope they frickin' keep the date. If they pull what they did with Revelations when it was supposed to come out at launch day for the 3DS, and they're like, oh well, it's gonna come out in December. Oh well, it's gonna come out in February. They better keep this date. It better be at the end of this year, at the latest by Christmas, because I am so frickin' excited to play this game that I want it immediately. Alright, so as you can see, by Capcom, doesn't show any characters as such, not like any, famous characters that we would see. Just basic people. So it is coming out for the Xbox 360, and I also saw that it was coming out for PlayStation 3, and in a different trailer it said that the PC date was going to be later than the release date. So there's 3 ways to play the game right then and there. So it's going to be absolutely freaking awesome. And if you want to know more about it, you can join them on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So, holy crap, guys. Resident Evil 6. Woo! I hope they bring back some characters, some good old-fashioned Resident Evil characters. I hope they tie up loose ends in the storyline. If not, then come out with a Resident Evil 7, although I feel like this might tie everything up in the series. I'm not sure. So, I hope you enjoyed my review of this game, and I hope all of you are just as excited as I am about this game. Oh my god! And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.